Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Space Engineers. Today we are going to work on expanding this base out, and we will start by maybe working on these edges so we can get them right out. There is a question of whether we want to leave some of that out there so that we don't have to build as much protection. Let's see. I want to get rid of this anyway. Let's see how far we can get. We could get another block. Yeah, definitely. Let's see. Let's pop these down. Let's wait for those little fragments of rock to get out of the way. Ready? There we go. And maybe one more. Oh, doesn't let me place there. There we go. Because we want a couple of spaces on this side, and we need to figure out how we're going to fit a third and possibly a fourth refinery in as well, which maybe we will build into that section. There is enough space there probably to put. Yeah, we could extend this section out a little bit, but probably not enough to add another refinery. So let's just have it there. Okay, I don't want to build too much of it, because then I won't be able to bring that other miner in through this way. I'll have to bring it around the other way. Should I have it one more out? Maybe I'll have it one more out. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. Little bits of very annoying rock. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Because I want a couple of spaces, a couple of blocks around the refinery, so it doesn't feel too claustrophobic in here. There we go. And that should look quite nicely embedded into the rock. Yeah, I think that'll be okay. I don't want to build it too high, which would block our thing from coming in. We don't need some of these blocks, but we'll leave them in there. What we need now is we need to clear some of this space. Okay. Because what we want is to have another refinery, which is 2 blocks going this way, which we can model using just a couple of blocks, just like that. And then we want 2 more blocks going the other way, just for space around, so it doesn't feel claustrophobic. And just clear this out. Okay, there's 2. I'm just going to clear this section as well. Oops, I dug in rather than across. That's okay. That's 2. That'll be how much the refinery takes up. 3. That's our space. 4. and one more because that's exactly where the wall is going to be. Can I fit one more there? Maybe from the other side. There we go. Yeah, so that's probably going to be just about our dimension of this room. After that, we're going to have a staircase going straight up, which will hopefully take us more or less in line with that, or maybe a couple of staircases if necessary. So wait, so that's the wall. Yeah. So let me just clear some of this. Yep. So that's the wall, which we can extend out that way, that's fine. And the stairs are going to go wonder if I can put them to the side of
Meteor
that.
storm inbound.
What I might do is put a block there, because that's going to be our floor anyway, and put stairs right onto it, if it will let me. Okay, right, so, wait, not quite like that. Okay, not quite like that, because that is one level too low. So, okay, so I guess the stairs go on the block, which is good. Okay. Okay, so let me just take this out. Yep, we're definitely going to need a couple of stairs. Okay, let me see if I can plonk a block right there on top of it. Come on. Maybe not. Let me just take this off. Yep, after those blocks clear. Come on. Okay. Another staircase. That still won't be enough. It's going to be a fairly long staircase. That's fine. Let me go pick up some interior plate. Oops. Interior plate. It's not quite straight into there. Might want to make it one block to the right. Might do that at the end. Okay. Clear this. Okay. Waiting for those blocks to go away. There we go. And we have another set of stairs. Okay, we're almost there. We might need one more. Or do we want to just stop there? I think we might want one more. Yeah. It's a long set of staircases. Hopefully that'll line up relatively nicely, or we might have some tidying up to do there. Let's see. There we go. And yeah, I think that's relatively nice. So let me just dig some space out here. That's fine. Like so, like so, like so. It's a little bit too low. Don't want to bring it up another block. But you know what? Might not matter. Let me just see. Oops, I lost more health there than I anticipated. Yeah, I can just walk straight across. Oh, that's not nice. It's a bit bouncy. Oh wait, that's because I don't have gravity here, and it's the mag boots that came on. Oh, I don't have any gravity here. Okay, here I have gravity. Yeah, I think this is okay. Let me go and increase the field of our gravity generator. Where is it? Or I can do it from there. Control panel, gravity generator. Oh, it's fully out. Wow, that's 150 meters from here? I guess so, actually. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty far. Yeah, I like it. I will have to figure it out because it's not flat. It's more, it's got a slight gradient to it. Yeah, it's definitely got a gradient to it, which is a shame, but we'll just live with it. For now, I'm not going to bother welding that stuff up because, well, that's why I'll need a welding ship. This is helpful though, because that'll tell me roughly how much I will need to dig into that wall. And here we have, let's see, 2 more for another couple of refineries. And then I want 2 more. So we need to dig into this a wee bit. So let's do that. Okay. Those very annoying rocks. Might need it to be a little bit deeper. Oops. Pretty sure I just blew that cube up a wee bit. Okay. Now let's see. That'll go there, that'll go there. Will that be enough? So we've got 1, 2, or in this case 1, 2, then 1, 2 for our extra space. Just double check. So that comes up to here, then 2 more refineries, 2 for space, and that'll be the wall, so I don't need these last 2. So I only need it to be up to about there. Now I'll just put another block on top of it just to show that. And we will have a room going across to there at some point. I wonder if I should just drill this out by hand, because it's not a huge amount that needs to be drilled out. Yeah, because that wall can go kind of embedded into the rock. Although, let me just see for there. I know I haven't got one section down there yet. Still put. And I'll just need to, oops. So this is the wall here, and that needs to go that way.
Storm inbound.
Okay, so we need to dig out this kind of section. Yeah, okay. I'll do that with the mole, because it'll take up a lot less space to get in here. So that's kind of a frame for this section of the base. If I can just go over here and have a proper look at it. Yeah, that's not the floor, that's the one block on top of the floor. We can place the floor as well. I'm just going to put all these blocks in, and then we can dig out the space for the refinery. Okay, and we have this room in the base. Let me just fill out this corner. There is a section missing around there, but I'm not sure. Will it that matter? Back. I'll just fill it out anyway. Come on. So basically didn't put that section in, which I will do. Just realized that I'll probably need to weld them in first. Or even if I don't, I'm not sure it'll matter that much. Yep, that's definitely coming together. It's definitely starting to look like a room. I'll need to clear that area, which let me go off and do. So that needs to be cleared. Okay. I think that's the roof, yeah. Wall. Okay, so the wall is right there. Actually, I just realized, oops, okay, that's scrap metal, that I might want to have a door there, and I might want to push all of these up one. Well, I'm going to worry about that later. For right now, I'm just going to do it that way. That looks quite nice too. It has a certain elegance to it. Maybe that's the wrong word. I guess that's a personal opinion. Okay, so there we go. I've never built a base inside a rock before, so this is brand new for me, but I'm liking it. I am absolutely liking it. Oops. That's... I know it doesn't really matter that much, but I'll take it out anyway. Now what I might do is I might just bring this up until we reach the rock, and then just leave it there and let the rock fill in the rest of it for us, except for this section, which is obviously out into space right now. Yeah, that's fair. Because that needs to be our roof. I do need to think about how I'm going to weld all this stuff up together, because I don't have an easy way to. I will need to build an even smaller. Can I build a smaller version of that ship? Probably not. Well, the only way I could do it is if I got rid of the cockpit and used a remote control to do it. It's possible. Ideally, that... Oh shit, I run out of oxygen again. I need to stop doing that. It needs to start telling me way before that it's running out. I guess with my 2 tanks of oxygen, at least this is happening a lot less often now. Oxygen, oxygen. All the more reason for me to make sure that I have plenty of help. Can't move that there. Can't move this into there. Yep, that'll take care of that. There should be some scrap in here now. There we go, 84. Okay, I've got to move that. Maybe later. No, I'm gonna move it now. And put this stuff away, because that is just irritating the hell out of me. Where am I gonna put it? I'm just gonna put it there, facing the screens. I have it somewhere. Exit. Control stations. Oops. There. I think this needs more things, but since we have it, there we go. That looks cooler, doesn't it? Oh. Yeah, okay, this is what I expected. 21 hours. I don't know why I was expecting screens. Okay, look at that. We have a clear passage right into the middle of our base now. So, yep, that's definitely looking quite nice. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I like it. I'm pleased. Okay. Dim, 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 dim. Let's pop in a refinery. Now, hopefully... One more down. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that looks pretty. Pretty. That looks pretty. Now, the base of it, I want to check what I can do with catwalks actually. Steel catwalks. Can I put them on the top of this? Yeah, I can. Because we're going to need to think about how we're going to pipe this stuff. And I know it has the conveyor port at the top. And we could run that just along the roof like this. Actually, that might be a neater way of doing it. Because then we can just bring it down one. Maybe here. When it runs out of the rock. Yeah. Because we could... and run it through the... I'm not sure how tall I want this. roof to be, whether I want it to cover up some of the refinery or not. Let me build one. Oh, that's going to take a lot of steel plates. Yeah, I'll worry about that later. Let me just finish up this room. Now, what I also want to do here is I want to have a passage to another room to the left. Now, I'm not sure if there is at any point, you know, yeah, I could actually have a room to the right, not much, because then we're going to start really running into the iron deposits, and yeah, we won't have a room in this direction yet. Maybe after we've mined all that out, we can consider it. We can have a room to the left here, though, which is exactly what we will do. And actually, we could have a room coming back the way because there is a bunch of space there. Okay. So that means that just arbitrarily, I'll pick this one. Oh, I want 2 spaces. Okay. Okay. This one. Oops. Hey, how did that happen? Okay. I just had the wrong control bar. 2 bar. Okay, steel plate. Yeah, I kind of do need to decide how high I want this before I'll build up. Oh, actually, I decided that I wasn't going to build up the roof. I was just going to leave that. Okay, can I take that through a 2x2? I wonder. Because I am gonna want to. Well, I think it'll fit through a 2, will it? Because it might fit through this gap here. Yeah, it's kind of snug, but it'll fit. And then the question is just about height. Yeah, I think it'll fit through a 2x2. Yeah. Because I'm going to mine out this area, which is going to be our door into the next room. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, although I went a bit kind of slopey there, up rather than straight. That's okay. Oops. I'll pick up some interior plates as well, actually. That's fine. Yeah. Yeah, okay. That's fine. I'm just oops, I forgot how fast the jetpack goes. Yeah, okay. That's fine. We've got a space here going into that room. That'll work. I'm just going to pop a few blocks on here just to make it look a little bit more complete. Have a block there, then there.
Meteor storm inbound.
Kind of wanted having a look, just now at least, of kind of blending into the roof there, which we are getting. And it's a much taller roof than we will have after when we start putting that stuff in. But that's cool. I suspect that even if I dig in there, I'll be able to bring that one back through here and out through here or dig my way out if necessary. I could dig my way all the way out through there as well, so I don't have to worry about that getting trapped right now too much. So I will go ahead and cover this section up, because this one goes straight to there. That's the highest it's going to be. I'm not going to get it any higher than that. Okay, does that cover that whole section up? It's difficult to see with all these lines rather than solid blocks, but I think so. We'll go inside and cover the rest of that up. Right to there. I won't get that corner because the wall is nicely blocking us, so I will leave that in for now. Yeah, looking around. Okay, I'll bring this out in here a little bit. What I'll do is I'll just place a few blocks here up to the roof, so the base is technically completely contained. Not sure how this would work in terms of air tightness, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. Eventually I will get this base, or I plan to get this base fully airtight. But right now, ooh, what's that? Is that uranium? Might be. Let's check actually. Oh, it's just black. Yeah, right now there's a gaping hole right through there, so none of the section would be airtight anyway. Wonder how that looks from the outside. Let me go have a look. That looks quite nice. I do kind of wish I hadn't dug through so much at the top here. It would have had an would have looked nicer, but I could just block it up here. That'll give it the look of being embedded into the structure, even though we are not using this section yet. And I guess arguably we could decide to use it for something if we so wanted to. Okay, that is fine. Just going to place this there, this there. How does that look? Yeah, actually for that one, yeah, I'll leave that there like that. That's fine. Yeah, that looks like a little section inside. That's fine. I'm just going to weld this up because it's annoying me. Did I run out of steel plates already? So I did. And while I'm here and walking around with steel plates, just remember that there's a section here somewhere that wasn't fully welded up. I guess it's inside there now. Okay. And that got welded. Okay, fine. I'm not going to worry about that. And let's see. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. A little bit. Okay, I just want to check. Oops. The assembler is fine. One thing I realized when I was editing the video for the last episode is that the beacons don't transmit what's in the data of it, but it actually transmits the name that you set to that item. So, just to demonstrate, if I go in here, see it says Digger Beacon, because I called it digger beacon. So it's got nothing to do with this custom data which I put the digger into. And obviously it's not saying that digger, it's saying digger beacon. So just something I realized when I was editing the video. Okay, so what I will do is I will call this episode here, I think. Just having a final look around. Because what I want to do is, instead of going out and building another room there, or starting to use this very nice walkway into our brand new space, is I want to put a gravity generator somewhere in here as well, because the gravity doesn't generate way beyond there. So I probably wanted to put it here, but that's not going to work because this is reserved for the refinery rooms. But maybe we'll put it in a corner and forget about it. But I want to actually weld this whole place together. Maybe not the roof, maybe I'll leave them in a scaffolding, but I really want to weld the rest of the stuff up. And these refineries, actually before I do that, I'll put in the other 4 here, other 2 here, sorry. Come on. Yep. Okay, so, oh wait, I need to take these 2 off as well. Yeah, because I want to put those refineries in here. Yeah, air and speed modules. I think I put them at, it doesn't really matter. Oh yeah, it doesn't matter where I put them. 1, 2, and also facing the other way. 1, 2, and then the yield modules. 1, 2, and facing this way. 1, 2. Okay, so that we can really get to see the grandness, hopefully, of this room. There we go. Wait, is that's 1 level 2 high. There we go. Not sure exactly where it will say refinery, actually. Let me just take that off again. Yeah, it'll say just where we can see them. Okay, so it's very bright in here because of, I don't know, the reflections, I guess. But yeah. Okay, so it's a little off center. I was actually expecting it to be more to the right hand side, and it's more to the left hand side, but that's okay. Yeah, that looks fairly majestic. I think this one is not placed correctly because, oh, this one is not placed correctly. Yeah, okay, so maybe this one isn't placed correctly. That might be upside down. Wait, I can't see. Yeah, that's just refinery. Yep. Looking good, looking good. Yeah. All we need is for it to be glowing or something. That would look like a little warp engine core or something. But yeah, so in the next episode we'll build a little welding drone-like thing. Actually, I'm realizing that I can, yeah, I could fit that thing through here. So if I plop a cargo container on here, yeah, I could probably plop a cargo container on here, and that should still fit through this space, and then we can use that to weld all of these things together, so I don't have to do like a million trips back and forth with my tiny inventory. I think we'll call this episode there. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you next time.